You got a reputation you're building.
Yes,
and
1,000%.
You said a reputation was the most important.
Run your company where you want to be. And that was my motto. I want to be $100 million company. I'm going to run my company like $100 million. Second year, we were already $12 million.
Did you? How many sales guys did you have at this point?
That was me, myself.
Ooh, you that hustle motherfucker. From driving trucks to driving shingles. Today, we're talking about blue collar billions, baby, not millions. Me and this guy are on the way to a B, whether it's roofing, real estate, or moving weight across America. Today, I've got a guy named David Munoz, who's been a lifelong entrepreneur. He started on the bottom in the industry as a sales guy, coming from a place where, you were the boss. I'm sure it was tough, kind of going door to door.
Pretty much.
Were you intimidated by that?
Oh my God, listen to me. I remember I was out of the construction. I started knowing the construction. They introduced me to sales, knocking on doors, obviously. And I didn't have the best mentor in the beginning because that's important. That's another thing that it's very important to find someone that will train you correctly and put you in the right path so you can win. I was in the wrong path where you're gonna do nothing but lose, and that was my situation. But nonetheless, you gotta be passionate. I'm already in it. Let me learn. Let me find out what's the situation. So I learned it door to door. I loved it. Hated it in the beginning, but I started to love it, and it kind of took me to the next level.
This guy's got a $50 million business right now. Don't let him fool you. It started on the doors, but he's got a gold Rolex that's looking pretty nice. It's a nice one, man. What is that?
It's a diamond. It's nothing crazy.
Oh, it's looking pretty good. But my main most important thing is how do you go from, on that grunt level sales job to being a true blue collar baller, $50 million business? I mean, how long did that take? What was that journey?
It took us 6 years.
6 years?
6 years.
Wow. Amazing. Out of Orlando, Florida.
Out of Orlando, Florida.
What's the name of the company?
HD Roofing and Solar.
You'll love our real roofing sales community. I want you to be a part of my door-to-door church. We have 3 calls a week. And this is in the past something that others have paid $60,000 for. And for my YouTube followers, I'm giving away an insane deal. 98% off. You're also going to get access to my entire library of training. My life's work has been teaching people how to sell roofs, make more money, make $1 million in roofing. You don't need startup capital. You don't need to be a business owner. You need to learn how to sell bigger roofs, sell retail roofs. And I'll show you exactly how to do it. We have a retail sales training call, an insurance and door-to-door call, and we'll teach you everything you need to know about getting into commercial sales. That's how you make $1 million in roofing. You hang around winners. And I want to invite you to hang around the top performers in the roofing industry. 3 times a week, we're live on Zoom. We're motivating each other every day in WhatsApp. And we're going to give you an app that you can compete against the nation's top performers and win prizes like Rolex watches. Click the link in the comments to be a part of the disruptive movement that me and Brad Lee are releasing on roofing. Real roofing is a movement. You are not like us. We're hardcore door to door, and we're raising the status for the blue collar entrepreneur. Click the link in the comments if you want to be a part of the movement. And we're 50 million in Florida, in Orlando is one of the top 4 companies, top 3 companies.
Top 3. And
one of the top companies in residential and volume in the whole area, huh? What percentage is residential? What percentage commercial?
We're 80-20. 80 residential, 20 commercial.
Yeah, I see some big commercial projects, big Daytona Beach, big TPO.
Yeah,
23 stories up in there. Look like close to $1 million job.
Yes.
Beautiful.
875.
Project. Beautiful. Project.
875. But we do a lot of metal commercial job. And it's incredible. We manufacture our own metal. We manufacture our own drip edge, flashing, all kind of standing seam, PVR, egg panels.
Dude, metal's the future, dude. And it's the way a lot of people can get into retail.
I love it, dude. It's incredible. It's actually a lot easier than what people think, actually.
It is because you're different. It's better to be different than it is to be better.
Yeah.
Because I guess there's companies like Collis Roofing that have been staples of the residential market in Orlando.
They're actually my neighbor, literally next door to us.
And you come up 6 years. How do you compete with the Collis Roofing?
We don't compete with them.
Okay.
I compete with my last week and my last month.
Yeah.
But they're not a problem because they focus a lot on new construction right now. Actually, the owner and the CEO of the company, they're very nice people.
Yeah.
I don't have problem with no roofing company.
Don't you think metal it offering a value? Don't you think that kind of differentiates your conversation than your?
Oh yeah.
Like what is y'all's like when you're doing the HD Roofing and Solar sales presentation? I know that Orlando is very competitive. How do you stand out?
Dude, listen to me. Reputation, branding. It's very key, and be consistent with your salespeople, consistent with everyone, and get your name out there, man. Get your name out there. Once you're competing against someone, let's say you're in front of 3 other quotes, and how I'm going to compete against other 3 quotes, or how I'm going to compete in a hailstorm that happened in an area and there's 20 roofing company. How I'm going to stand out? The way you dress, the way you approach, your contracts, what kind of service you provide, your reviews, your video testimonies, of which video testimony, I highly recommend everyone to do video testimonies. And everything that you have to, because you're sitting in front of homeowners, and a lot of our clients are over 40 years old, as you know,
Amen.
in their 50, and that's the truth. And a lot of these companies, they try to bring this kind of sales of young millennial style to 50, 60 years old. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to win them. You remember, they're 50, 60 years old.
I'm going to tell you a funny story now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did a roofer versus adjuster battle video. And I was very professional. I was talking about how you catch more honey whenever you're more bees with honey. And I did this whole live stream. And after we were done, basically the adjuster told him that I was an internet figure. He looked me up and he called me after the adjuster offered him repairs and an estimate cheaper than mine to basically, I should cancel the claim. He says that you approach these meetings like an MMA fighter. I checked out your social media.
Love it.
And I had to freaking dance. I had to I understand, sir. I ended up getting him not to cancel the claim, but it was used against me. And
it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, I'm
right.
an entrepreneur and it is what it is.
You're not going to win every battle. By the end of the day, you win.
We saved that one. But your brand of, building these roofs, demonstrating value, it starts from a humble beginning. Walk me through the tough times that you were going through that forced you to get into the roofing business. If you were in logistics, what made you go from, being an entrepreneur to knocking doors?
Yeah, I used to be an entrepreneur mentality man forever.
You just saw the roofers making money?
No, actually, no. I didn't know nothing shit about roofing. Sorry, I don't know if
how'd you find it? You can curse here, buddy. It's a blue collar boardroom.
Listen to me. I found it by necessity. That's just the truth. Like a lot of us, we found this by necessity. I used to live in South Florida. I had a logistic company, small logistic company, 3PL, third-party logistics. We kind of broker, this is the supplier and this is a truck company, and we made money in the middle. We make money in the middle. It was great. Failed. Also I was into cars. I used to buy fixed cars. That's just the truth. You get me? Family member of my wife brought us to the table. Hey, David, you could sell roof. You're a good salesman. You could talk. You handle
graduate from flipping cars to flipping roofs, baby.
I was like, I don't know, roofing. My mind, when you talk to me about roofing,
like a dirty hand opener,
yes, my mind never.
I'm not a roofer.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know shit about roofing.
Right.
That's not my gig. I'm like, dude, believe me, it's not what you think.
Yeah.
Go meet these people in Orlando. They're looking to start a company. They don't know what's going on, but you're a very smart guy. You blah blah. So we went. I met that guy, the owner, great guy. The sales manager, not too much.
He had some issues.
Yeah, oh my God. And it was actually just them two. And it was really bad. It was really bad. Not necessarily with the owner, but with a sales manager kind of guy.
That's the thing about running with turkeys, guys. You run off a thoroughbred. As you can see, David was a thoroughbred. He made it to 50 million. If the guy would have been your partner and kicked the sales manager away, maybe he'd still be your partner today.
And to be honest, probably, yeah.
But he ran with a turkey.
Yeah, he ran with a turkey, baby.
What do you do with your turkeys at HD Roofing and Solar?
Listen to me. I turn them into eagles, baby.
I thought you were going to say you shoot them.
I turn them into eagle, baby. Now you're going to the table.
Okay.
Eat your ass.
Okay.
But, dude, we started that way. I met a public adjuster, a lady, and she introduced me into the insurance game. And she told me, David, this is how you got to do it. This is how you've been doing it. And that's how we started. And then I got the bug of the roofing insurance. And
the door knocking?
The door knocking.
Were you a door knocker?
Oh, fuck yeah. And I was really good at it. I'm still very good at it.
You like to
You
go
and I,
door
we should go door knocking. And
Okay,
let's
let's
do a
go.
competition.
Let's go.
Let's see who could get more roofs.
All right.
But definitely that's how we did it. And the rest is history, man. I helped the company. I became the sales manager because that guy got kicked out. Just to let you know how it goes. It was a scumbag. Then at that point, another company called me. They're like, hey, David, I really want to start this company. I talked to the owner. Look, they want to help me. They want me to help them start another roofing company. So I went and started a second roofing company. Because this one I started with 3 guys. 3 months later, that shit went south real fucking bad. Like bad.
Not always a success, is
No,
it?
it's never a success. I was, open a roofing company. I got my roofing license. That's it. I'm a millionaire. No. That would have been nice.
My biggest lesson from failing on that, what was the biggest lesson?
Oh, my God. be more prepared, brother.
Be more prepared.
Be more prepared with people, man. I learned a lot of lessons during that time, man. It's educate yourself. Don't trust blindly. Don't trust blindly. I trusted this guy, the sales manager, blindly, and it was the worst mistake. And then we grew the company. I was there for a year and a half. I learned real fast. Then from there, we went and opened another company. And at that point, I was like, dude, David, you've been doing this for 2-3 years. Why you don't open your company? You seems to be really good at this shit. And you like entrepreneur. We opened it 6 years ago, I think, 7 years. We opened it, HD Roofing and Solar. Before, used to call HD Roofing and Construction.
Walk me through how you got to first 5 million. Because we were talking about this sweet spot.
Yeah.
5 to 7 million.
Yeah. How it got to
did you get to 5 to 7 million your first year? It's hard to get 5 to 7 million first year. Most of the time it's like 2 to 3, 2 to 4.
No, in a year and a half.
Okay.
I got to 5 million.
Okay.
Year and a half.
Good. These guys, some of these are just getting started. How did they get to 5 million?
I partnered with the insurance company.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You got a landmark deal.
Yes. I partnered with People's Trust, with
That's
Rapid
good.
Response.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I was one of those guys.
Okay. But then you got onto the side where you did too
Yes.
many claims and they kicked you out?
No. Actually, I just stopped with them actually last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the first year we did it slowly because I was starting. So we did a year and a half. We did actually $7 million my first year. We worked really hard. Like I work with my wife as well. She's also my business partner. We're 50-50. And we work our ass off. And we could talk about how we could make it there. There's a lot of details. But we partnered with an insurance company. They were giving us a job, but we were managing correctly. We took the opportunity to start bringing more sales guys, bringing everything in place to grow the company. I didn't want to just depend on People's Trust, Rapid Response. I just did not want to do that whatsoever. And from there, just took off. So I started working with other insurance companies. And by the time I noticed...
How do these guys land an insurance company? I mean, this is pretty... How do they get a solid flow of referrals? How do they go and land one of those deals? What did you do?
Call the insurance company, tell them you want to become a partner. That's what you got to do. And they're gonna take, oh, no, you got to call this third party. I'm not going to give you the names. You got to find that out. You got to go out there and hustle. I'm sorry, but they got to go out there and put the work.
Yeah.
Call the insurance company. Tell them, look, I want to build a roof for you guys. And they're going to guide you to the right third party kind of company that they're going to
check you out.
Check you.
Have to go through the process.
Through the process. And that's pretty much it. You got to go and call. It's how big you want to get. But the process to grow a company to $5 million, Lee, or $10 million.
Okay. How'd you go from 5 to 10?
Let's go to 0 to 5.
Okay.
We want to talk management or how I got to 5 to 10.
No, let's keep going. I think the sales part of 5 is important. So your way of finding a connection to an insurance source
really
is
helped.
unique.
Yeah,
but
very unique.
But you can, once you build, what is a build? What is a build in the neighborhood?
What do you mean?
It's a fucking opportunity to sell.
Of course.
And if you get a job,
yeah,
and you're getting paid, even if you're getting paid a little less,
yeah, that was one of actually.
You've got a reputation you're building.
Yes.
And
1,000%.
you said a reputation was the most important.
Very important. So when I got to my first 7.5 in a year and a half, one of the things that I was doing towards the middle of my relationship with insurance, I started doing that. I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? I'm a fucking sales guy.
Yeah.
What am I doing running? So I would start going to every job build, every job site, and I started knocking on all those doors.
Yeah.
And it started. By the second year, we were already $12 million.
Okay. How many sales guys did you have at this point?
That was just me and myself.
Oh, you that hustle motherfucker. How much money you make off of that? What'd you do with that money?
Listen to me.
What kind of real estate, what happened there?
All real estate.
Okay.
But in 2 years, it was just my wife and I.
Mm-hmm.
But the way to grow your company, to maintain that kind of strength, I was like, if I stayed as running the company, I'm never going to grow the company.
Yeah.
So I hired...
The hustler had to die.
Yes. I was like, let me hire a superintendent. Let me bring a girl to do all the permitting. Mm-hmm. Then I started working that, okay, and I'm no longer going to be superintendent job.
Was that hard to give away those responsibilities? Because you were making so much money too.
Yes.
If you sold 12 million and you're pretty much running it, even if you're doing less for the interest, you're making millions of dollars.
Yes, 1,000%.
And if you have to pay other people, you may have to give away close to $1 million. I'm sure by this time you pay much more than $1 million for people.
But it was the best thing I did. Mm-hmm. You have to let go.
It's hard though.
But it's super hard because what about they don't do it the way I want
to coach, I think one demographic, Latin guys even have a harder time sometimes, brother,
1,000%.
because they work so hard for their money.
It's indebted into our DNA. You have to work. You have to use your hand. You have to be there. If you don't do it,
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's completely ignorant.
Yeah, it's
Ignorant.
completely ignorant. The
Completely
harder you
ignorant.
work, the richer you get. Not true.
Not true. Completely false.
It's not that we don't work hard. We just
No.
work smart.
Super smart. So my advice to those people right now, they're listening.
A lot of those people.
A lot of those people, they're looking to grow their company
Mm-hmm.
and be successful. Lego production, Lego the back end of the office, and start selling.
Start selling.
Start selling.
Selling people on selling.
And just listen to what I did, Lee. It was I'm like, I'm going to bring my first superintendent. I train him. I sit with him. I'm gonna sit with you for 30 days and I sell. I'm going to give you half a day. I'm going to work with you from the morning to 2 o'clock every day.
People don't understand that.
And then after 2, 3 o'clock, I'm going to go sell until 8 o'clock in the summer. I love the summer because I get to work even longer hours. But I wanted to make sure that he understand what I want in my company and the reputation, how much I care for reputation. The same thing I was doing in the field, my wife was grabbing the girl in the office as well. So listen to me, girl. This is the way permitting that we're going to be doing. This is the way invoice works. This is the way you want to order
She's your
materials.
duplicate. She's running
Of course.
all the operations.
Of
My
course,
wife is
partner
the
with
same.
your wife. Partner with your wife. Stop trying to be Mr. Hero. Trying to do it by
People
yourself
say
like an idiot.
that would mess up things at home.
That's true.
You
False.
get in a relationship
False.
issue.
False.
You're arguing about people.
False.
Your wife wants to fire somebody. Your wife wants to do something different than you. Does this ever come up?
Of course.
Does it ever come up right before bedtime and mess
Of
things
course.
up? It
Of
does.
course. Of course. But it gets better.
Great makeup sex.
But it gets better.
Yes.
As long as you're consistent with your wife and everything, it gets better. You learn how to get a rhythm with your partner.
Yes.
And able not to be Mr. Macho Man. Oh, I'm the fucking business owner. No. Do your partner. Relax. Calm down. Bring your pride down. Actually, if you help her and growth, she's gonna be your biggest asset.
See, for me, like left to my natural devices, I'm a little bit of a salesman. I'm
Yeah.
a little bit of a rule breaker.
Yeah.
And so that's why, not in a negative way.
I know, I understand.
But I call my wife the warden because she keeps me straight. And
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And
you need that.
I
Believe
need
me.
that shit.
You need that shit. I need that.
right?
I need that. And that was the best decision we made. My wife and I were really hardworking machines. Like, you could not outwork us in no way, shape, or form. And we're very focused, hungry. We're very consistent in everything. From the beginning, that's another thing that I want to say. Run your company, even if you're selling 2 jobs, 1 job a week, run your company like you're running a $100 million company.
Yes.
Be professional from the beginning. Stop carrying a checkbook in your truck. You're not that guy. You're not an accountant. It's the most.
What about these guys that have a
disruptive.
decent business, but they're not using a CRM?
They got to use a CRM.
I mean,
Listen to me. There's 2 great, I could name CRMs, or I could not
yeah,
name.
go ahead.
There's 2 ones that are very good, Acculinks and Job Nimbus.
Yes.
Very good.
Either
Very
way,
good ones.
either one. Pick one.
Pick one. And they will teach you how to, and find someone like Lead or myself, and like, David, I have $1 million company, $2 million. I want to set up my CRM. Because that's another thing. If you don't set up your CRM
It's your
correctly,
systems and processes.
yes. So we will help you with that. We will definitely help you with that. But run your company like you're running a 10, 20, 30 million. Run your company where you want to be. And that was my motto. I want to be a $100 million company. I'm going to run my company like $100 million. I'm running my company as the future, because that's how you keep your future. You get me? You gotta, your presence, the way you do things manifest in the future. You get me? So my presence, I was very focused on my presence because I want the bigger picture. I'm a bigger picture guy. But the bigger picture only happens when your presence is unlocked and you do it correctly. You understand that? So we were very concentrated on what we're doing as a company, how we do everything. We're very professional. Our invoices, the way we do our quotes to the homeowners, the way we communicate with everyone, the way our trucks always clean, my uniform always clean. I always had a haircut. You're not gonna find me looking like a whole clown, like an idiot trying to be Mr. Cool guy. Yeah, I'm a roofer. No, dude, be professional. Treat yourself with respect in your company. And that was me starting. And that kind of attitude, stick around. Because once you start bringing your employees, that is a culture.
And always your employees are going to have 80% worse bad habits you show them.
Yes.
If you show them any type of weakness, it's going to be bad.
If you're messy, you don't clean your office, you don't keep your office clean, you always drinking and being high and doing all this stupid shit, you're going to bring those kind of people to your company.
It's a facts.
That's exactly what you're gonna reproduce. You're gonna multiply whatever your bad habits. You're gonna multiply because now they're gonna follow your bad habits. Your good things are gonna multiply. So we focus on let's multiply the good things. So my advice to all the small companies, Lee, treat yourself with respect. Treat everyone with respect. Be professional. Educate yourself. Put people in place, small people, 2 people, and the sales guy and the owner, the man or the woman, go sell. And then start bringing another sales guy. And then you go sell. Now you have another person that is selling with you out there. But guess what? You have now a person that is ordering material, pulling permits, and then you have a guy that is checking your jobs.
You've given a perfect blueprint to a $5 million book of business. For one, the owner's got to sell $1 million. For two, the owner's got to learn how to duplicate himself and bring someone out there. That guy can set appointments. You can show him. You can knock more doors. Main thing is get production out of your hand.
Yes.
Whether it's the wife, it's the office manager first. And then the production manager is helping the wife.
Of course.
This is the foundation. In 18 months, I got him to $7.5 million. But remember, he was the engine. He was the hardcore door-to-door engine. It was the example.
Exactly.
You did $12 million without all the people. And you could show them that if I could do it, and also that you're willing to spend the time. That time is love, that you're spending the time with the people. And now you, I'm sure, have sales leaders to do that.
Of course. And it's a different ballgame now.
It's a whole different ballgame.
I'm not going to tell you how to run my company because it's not going to do nothing good to you.
Most people are not at that level. There's so many people that watch this, and if we're trying to talk to people building 5 million and above, there's so many people that haven't got into the roofing industry. They're just getting started. They just sell their first million. There's some that, most of them try to get to first 5 million. But then there's, the high end guys that are trying to go from 5 million to 20, from 20 to 50. And, I would just say, to those guys, the next step. What was the thing that took you from good to great?
Keep multiplying.
What's that?
Keep multiplying.
Keep multiplying.
Multiply yourself. Multiply your sales guy. Multiply your office.
Multiply your sales guy.
So
multiply your
what
office.
I did first, it was like, okay, if I'm gonna hire more people in the office, I gotta bring first sales. So I'm gonna start bringing those sales, and we were doing a lot of insurance. So it takes longer. So if I know I'm gonna be building, let's say I started bringing 3 sales guys, 4 sales guys, and they're building the pipeline. So once I knew that I have already, there are 20, 15 jobs coming every week, guess what? I started hiring people. Let me bring more superintendents. Let me buy more trucks. Let me go bring more people for a claims department. Let me open a claims department. You get me a supplement department, whatever it is. But that goal is, if you want to take it to the next level, you got to multiply both of the areas, the field and the office.
So do you know one cheat code to multiply that is beyond all other cheat codes?
Be the sales manager.
That is true. That is true.
Don't bring a sales manager.
Okay. Because then if you try to bring someone else in, you trust them too much, what happens? If you're not the guy, if you've never done it before, you did good running a business, so you were at a point where you could have, because you ran with insurance deals, you sold your own deals. If you would have stayed selling your own deals and stayed handling your insurance deals, I'm making millions off of this. I'll hire people, but I'm not going to take the time to get them started. I'm not going to, because I need my own money. And they're not going to work as hard as me. Have you met anyone as good as you yet?
It sounds very, very egotistic, but I'm fucking badass.
At roofing sales.
I'm very good at this shit, dude.
I'm telling you.
I'm fucking really good at this shit. But I have made great people.
And
incredible people with incredible talent. And I have incredible people now with incredible talent that are helping my company and themselves take their life and the company to the next level.
Most of the time, though, if people are going to see wasted opportunity, ruined leads, they're not going to see an opportunity to teach. They're going to see lost revenue and lost money in their pocket. You recognize something bigger, which was it was time that is the biggest way to see it.
Yes.
But the answer I was looking for to multiply it, what are the next things for you as far as the next steps? What are the keys?
Right now, where we are right now, where we're heading?
Yeah.
We diversify as a company now. We're, as you guys know, we own HD Roofing and Solar. And 2 years ago, we opened HD Restoration and Construction, which is a company that does water mitigation, mold, reconstruction, all the good stuff, and tarps. And they focus, that company itself work 100% for insurance company. And they produce incredible, they're starting to do really good the past year.
Working as a preferred vendor.
As a preferred vendor. So that company is nothing to do with HD Roofing and Solar. So I started diversifying. Another diversification that we did this year.
Now you have that preferred business though. You could chase the storms. If the storm happens, you have the infrastructure.
Oh yeah, no,
it's not like you're only going to do insurance work.
No, of course.
Now when a hurricane happens and basically condo like the one you did in
Yeah.
Daytona, it gets flooded.
Yes,
Do you have the resources?
of course,
And you're ready to go.
1,000%.
You go up against Cotton Restoration, multi-billion-dollar company. Can you win?
Of course,
And you're prepared.
I am 1,000% prepared.
But being prepared may mean that you service the insurance company to keep that business going.
of course,
So you can't be just this guy that's anti-insurance
No.
in this insurance restoration world.
No.
You got to learn. If you scratch their back, it can be valuable.
1,000%. You got to how to swing in different waters at the same time.
Each thing is a different revenue
It's all
stream.
different situations. So we have the commercial, and the biggest one that we have in the commercial is the metal one that we do, because says we manufacture our own metal. So, but this year we
Do you ever work for other contractors?
Yeah, of course.
So like general contractors pay you
Yes.
turnkey, good
Yes,
money.
Yes.
Some of my guys that are roofers
course.
as subs, maybe even $1,200 a square
1,000%.
for a standing seam,
Yes.
and they'll pay it.
Yes.
Wow.
All the time.
And you probably make money at $1,000 a square.
1,000%.
Good money.
Great money.
Building your own metal, doing
Yes, because
at
we buy the
1,000.
coils.
Yes. How much can you save?
A lot. Like fucking.
When did you start your metal machine?
2 years ago.
Oh, nice. Tell us about how you got it started.
Having 15 sales guys and always trying to find a company to build my metals,
Yeah.
meaning I need to call ABC or anyone. Oh, I need to
Yeah.
buy standing seat, and then you have to wait a long time.
Yeah.
Find it, and then the money lasts. And then what happened when you build? You ask for this job, and there's a specialty flashing. Guess what? You don't have it no more.
gotta
Or
wait.
one piece came wrong.
Can't finish your job. Can't get paid. Crew can't get paid.
It was a mess. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. We went and we buy a standing seam machine and 5VC and a commercial standing seam.
Do you sell more 5V or standing seam?
Standing seam.
Okay.
And right now we're selling a lot of PVR.
Oh, nice.
So I recommend people to buy the PVR.
And that's a
machine.
nice like blue collar option. I always like to say we offer good, better, best standing seam.
Yeah.
Then an open fastener, which
Yeah.
could be a 5V or a,
The egg panel. It's called agriculture panel.
yeah. But I mean, still metal roof.
Yeah. It's very good.
Very good roof.
Yeah.
And then shingles is like the lower quality.
Yes.
But you know, with your guys out there bidding cash retail, I mean, are you able to help them when sometimes the people want a cheap price? Like, can y'all still compete and win?
Yeah.
'Cause it helps you even go lower, but make a good margin to pay
Yes.
the sales rep, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We could definitely compete against other companies that are selling metal because they don't manufacture their own metal.
Yeah.
And we have our own, and then we build an infrastructure around the metal division. Talking about flatbeds, trailers, bunch of stuff that could deliver and make things super fast, like really badass shit.
Yeah. And also like when I'm selling and I'm using metal, that we're a metal roofer, that we're one of Florida's largest metal roofers,
Yeah.
it puts a kind of different level
Yeah.
to the brand.
Of course.
If you can handle the high-end residential, then you can take care of the regular jobs.
Yes.
You know,
Everything,
everything.
brother. Everything. I just didn't. We, as a company, we never wanted to depend on anyone else, and that's the vision of the company was never to just make $10-12 million. The vision still the company is going after the B.
So I want to ask you a tough question. There's been a lot of insurance companies collect. I talk about death by depreciation, you know, depending on the insurance companies completely. You obviously, you know, you do the work, even if you do the work by the insurance, if you get paid the right way, it's still a retail term.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, making these changes is the reason why these other big companies may have not been here anymore. And
Yeah.
you see a lot of insurance restoration guys in Florida, they're not here.
1,000%.
You know, how did you weather the storm? What was your company's business model, and what's going on here in the state of Florida insurance market?
So actually, that's a very good question. And a lot of people, there's a lot of companies, and probably right now they're listening to us, and they're like, "Oh, I want to go open my roofing company. Just saw a bunch of insurance job." It's not what it used to be. You know that very well.
Yes.
Well, the past I was going to say 2-3 years ago. 2-3 years.
It's been a gold rush.
It's been for us 2-3 years. We made a lot of decisions 2.5-3 years ago. We made a lot of freaking decisions 2-3 years. And one of them was retail. So we fixed our company. We started building the company around retail because since I worked with insurance for so many years, I knew a lot of insight of things that were happening. I knew a lot of losses that they were having and changes and buy us out and things that, we're going to get out in 2 years. We're going to get out. We're just going to.
Checks not cashing.
Yeah. So we kind of knew, and we have a lot of great relationship with them. Like, David, this company, this insurance company, this one, they're planning to close the doors in the next 2 years, just to let you know. I'm like, oh, shit. So we already knew 2 years in advance, all these companies that they said they're going back, we already knew that was going to happen. That's premeditated. They do that just to let you know. That's not overnight. So we work the company. We start working on the retail. We fix the company around the retail to make sure, because it's a different ball game. And prepare yourself for retail. If you don't do retail, you're gonna fail really bad because you need that cash flow. Cash flow is everything. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't give a crap how big you are. If you don't have that cash flow to maintain the cost to do business, you're gonna fucking die bad.
Yes.
And that's why people like you that are jumping into commercial, jumping into retail, that keeps the cash flowing moving. And that itself is a different lane. Hey, cash deal, it's a different
It's all
world.
different.
And my commercial is different.
That
My
way, when
insurance
one
a
is
different
slow,
world.
another one keeps me up.
It keeps you moving.
December and January was slow for me, just like it was slow for you.
Yeah,
But the
1000%.
commercial kept me going.
Bro, exactly the same situation.
Exactly.
Exactly the same situation. Insurance was bad, but my retail and my commercial was strong.
Yeah.
So that really let us continue move forward with no problem and continue to invest into the company. One thing I always tell people, when things are starting to look bad in their company, that's the time that you got to invest more into your company and goes 10 times stronger. Or when you see things are getting bad, invest into the company. I know people are like, whoa, David, what are you talking about? That's what I have done, and it's been working. Like, when I knew this year was getting tougher for a lot of companies, and we have seen, and you talk to the suppliers, you talk to the installers and to other roofing companies, a lot of roofing companies are in a bad situation right now. Mm-hmm. What we did a year ago, 2 years, we started working 10 times harder to build a company, build a branding, build a stronger company, great foundations. Mm-hmm. And guess what? We are where we at. Mm-hmm. Problems happened, the storm came, meaning in finance or anything like that, we were able to wither out with no problem. We were good. So my opinion on that, open your retail, your commercial, don't be scared. Ask people, ask around.
Want to know my biggest driver of retail is one of the most important reasons why we're here. I think you would be like one of the best in the country at it because you're great on video. It's using Facebook's AI and Facebook video ads to create the hottest leads. I used to do only telemarketing. Look, Google closes at the highest percentage because people are high in the search terms, but you can only get a limited number of Google leads before it like basically maxes out. Facebook, there's no limit. Yeah. And so basically teaching your team how to like basically frame your videos, make the pitches just a little bit more effective based off what we've split tested. Dude, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not doing any Spanish ads. I have no ads out there of
me either.
Okay, but let me tell you. So you've never done personal development before, but I'm not just a personal development guy. I give away my marketing system. And for retail, the ability to advertise for profit, it's part of that local brand. Like a retail roofer might have a budget if they're $50 million at spending 3-5% on ads, which is a lot of money. It's like, 1.5 million to 2.5 million on ads. Currently, I'm spending about 60 to 80 grand a month between Facebook and Google to pump it. And we get about 400 appointments at about $225 an appointment. And my cost per acquisition, I try to be $800 to $1,000. When I get an insurance deal, that's a lot for a contingency agreement. Yeah. And
that's awesome.
But I try to sell the retail deals, the ones that ask and they say, because we ask them about if they've heard anything from their insurance and if basically they've been dropped or their premiums have gone up. Instead of approaching them insurance, we approach retail. Yeah. And so creating a call center that is getting leads that are based off of your brand, like retargeting people that see that video from the Daytona Beach, the way that I keep retargeting you. Yeah. This is essentially one thing that just one piece of the pie. Yeah. And essentially like the reason why I would do it is because I think that you would take it, get so many results. You're already on the way to 100 million.
1,000%.
If I can share my platform, you can change more lives. Maybe someone connects with you better. The idea is to, collaborate to dominate. And so one of the biggest things for me is like paying to get into the rooms, to rob and duplicate, to basically put myself in an environment where you seem ultra competitive.
Extremely.
So it's sometimes the advice, like I joined Andy Elliott's mastermind and then there's this one kid, he's a door-to-door guy and they're doing like 700 installs a month. And so now I'm like breaking down everything about their process and what they do and like hyper focused on trying to beat them. because we're not doing 700 installs a month. And, you know, for me, that environment, that mastermind, it's been a key accelerant to me as a human being, both physically, like the workouts and all that stuff for energy, spiritually, because God put me on this earth to give back, and it lets me be the best version of myself. Most of these guys are not at your level, so they really need my help. You don't need my help. You can get there with or without me. But one thing I've done is I spent a lot of money to grow on social media.
Yeah.
And I feel like that niche in particular for you is where I would fit in and really help y'all dominate. And I would say, even if y'all created an ad better than mine, if your ads are running, my ads are running, they see both of our ads 6 times. Eventually, my ads are going to help people opt into your ads.
Yeah.
And your ads are going to help people opt into my ads, because
1000%.
you're saying the same things I'm saying that are making validity.
Yeah.
When on the news, they say insurance claim door knockers are scams. Do you see what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, you know, hopefully we can collaborate to dominate,
No,
brother.
definitely not. And I give people, let me tell you something that people are listening to. Get mentorship. That's something that I wish I would have done probably. I was hyper focused in what I was doing, but I wish I would have get help, mentorship, someone like you when I was smaller, because I probably would have grown faster. Probably I would have done the mistakes that I made. You get me? As a small company. So I highly recommend people to call you. I highly recommend people to get the advice, because it will take your company to where you want to go faster, that you're trying to figure things out. It's part of wisdom. That wisdom is gaining knowledge for someone else that have been there. You get me? Hey, I'm trying to get to that level. To get to the level faster is to gain the wisdom from someone that is already there. And they will help you to kind of, hey, come here. Let me help you. This is the way. No, don't go this way. This is exactly, you're going to lose this. Make this move. Hire this person. Fire this person. This is what you need to do in SOPs. This is what you need to do as a company. This is how you need to react and act as a leader and as a business owner. You understand?
Yeah.
So I highly recommend people, smaller companies, bigger companies, to definitely contact you, man. They need to contact you, and you could definitely help them out, man.
I want to invite you and everybody that's watching this, Port Charlotte, April 4th and 5th. We're doing a Roofs to Real Estate event that's not just focused on the business growth stuff. It's a smaller group. So all the 60K clients, all my elite clients, basically we get together. And sometimes when there's like 50 people, it's just such a better conversation and more intimate. But essentially we're talking about single family, multifamily investments, but we're also talking about growing our businesses so they're worth what 8-figure real estate pieces of property are worth. And sometimes guys like you want to, you know, come and, you know, just be a part of that environment physically. If you're watching this, you want to be a part of it, we're going to include the link in the comments. But David, how can these guys get in touch with you if they want to collaborate with you, learn from you?
My Instagram, David Munoz 77.
Nice.
David Munoz _77. They will see my face there.
And look up HD Roofing and Solar in Orlando, guys. If you're looking for a place to work, I mean, this guy is one of the best in the business. We're going to be doing a lot of work together. Man, I appreciate you being here,
thank
bro.
you, brother. I really appreciate it. I would love to continue talking, but I know time is past. I love to help, brother. Lee, anytime that you need help with the guys, or I need help from you, brother, I'm always listening, brother.
Well, thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
you. Hey, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Look, subscribe, get notifications, because we're coming every week with door-to-door videos, interviewing successful blue-collar millionaires, finding out exactly what they did, going from living paycheck to paycheck to making that golden paycheck, baby. There's a gold rush in roofing, and we're showing what it's like, scaling our company to $1 billion, creating 100 multimillionaires along the way. Now, a lot of times we do silly things like roofer versus adjuster videos, door-to-door blitz videos where we get thrown off the front porch, but we do it for your viewing pleasure and to raise the status for the blue-collar entrepreneur. So look, subscribe, tell your friends. That's the cost of admission. I want to help you sell your first million, scale to 10 million, and then maybe be a part of our $1 billion plan. Look, subscribe, get notifications so you don't miss anything that happens right here on this epic roofing and contracting growth channel.